Here is one step to manifest 100 times faster this week. If you're going to use any manifesting process, use this one. Keep watching. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliette Cleary. I'm a manifestation coach. And if you're new here and you like the content, make sure to like and subscribe. If you want my free audio training on how to 10 times your manifesting power, that's in the description box below for you. And if you want to work with me to get from where you are to where you want to be with ease and flow, that's in the description box below as well. This is what I like to call the jump method. Okay, so you have your current identity, who you are. So your beliefs, which are your thoughts, your emotions and your behaviors because of those. That's basically who you are right now. And who you are equals your reality. How you think and how you feel equals your reality, equals what comes to you and what doesn't. So then, doesn't it make perfect sense that if you want to change your reality, you have to change your identity? This is something that has helped me a lot recently. And also in the past, but I just didn't realize that I was doing it. I wasn't really doing it on purpose, that's why. Now I'm doing it on purpose. So you've got this limited identity, right? You've got some limiting beliefs. You've got how you usually think and feel and act, right? Then you have your ideal identity. So think about your ideal future. What do you want your life to be? And who is the version of you living in that reality? This is something I talk about a lot, I know. But who is that version of you living that ideal vision, that ideal dream reality? Okay? Who is that version of you? I would suggest writing it down in detail, getting very, very specific on who that person is, how they act, how they think, how they behave in different situations. And so I want you to think about that version of you who has all the things that you want. And tapping into what we're doing is tapping into that version of you, creating a new identity. Okay? When you change at the identity level, you change everything in your life. And the thing is, you could do this in a really short amount of time. And maybe, it'll take a while. Who cares? You'll get there. All right? This is not a race. But the thing is, the truth is, your life could be completely different a week from now, a month from now. Okay? So here's the process. In each moment, especially when you're having a moment of struggle, you're having a moment of doubt, or one of those limiting beliefs comes up, or you're self-sabotaging, you feel stuck. So you'll have this normal pattern of like the thoughts that come up, the negative story that you start telling around this subject, whatever it is that you're focused on or experiencing. You'll have certain behaviors that you usually do. And so in that moment, I want you to be super, super aware of that version of you, like the limited identity, and what you're doing in the moment that is limiting you, that is self-sabotaging, that is not positive, that is not a match to your future. That is not what your future self would do. I want you to notice those patterns and habits and the thoughts, the stories, the emotions that are coming up. And then in the moment, as well as we're not suppressing any negative emotions, we're allowing them. But in the moment, I want you to choose differently. Like, okay, I could be this version of myself that feels sorry for myself, that doubts in my ability, that tells the story of I'm not good enough or it's never gonna happen for me. Self-sabotage and eat junk instead of eating what I actually really want to eat, which is, good feeling, healthy foods, or, sitting on the couch and binge watching Netflix instead of doing things that I know will actually make me feel really, really good. So noticing what you're doing and just making a new choice in the moment. And bringing your focus to this other identity, the person, the version of you who has what you want and is living what you want, and asking, what would they be doing? So I could feel sorry for myself. I could be like, victim, I'm a victim. Feeling bad for myself, telling that negative story, or I could tell the new story. or I could find something that makes me feel more hopeful. What would that version, my future version of me, do in this situation? What would they do? How would they handle this? And moment by moment, you are shifting, you are quantum jumping to that version of you. Now, in your mind, you could, or even physically can be really, really powerful, is when you're stepping into that new version of yourself, just do a little jump. Or even if it's just, a step. Okay? Do a little jump of like, okay, I'm getting into that energy now. Using your body in manifestation processes and in, changing your energy, I have found recently to be extremely powerful. Using your body is like part of like actually embodying your desire, embodying the person that you want to be, the person who has everything that you want. So bringing movement of the body into these processes, into the mindset processes, is really, really effective. So a jump or a sidestep, like you're actually stepping into that version of yourself and making a new choice, making a new decision. You don't have to feel like, oh yeah, everything I want is already done, but you're just making new choices that version of you would in a difficult situation. Now, if you don't want to jump or sidestep into it, that doesn't resonate, click your finger. Click your fingers and say jump, or think it in your mind if you're, somewhere you don't want to speak out loud. And then be that new version of you, or just tiptoe into like, okay, what would this version of me do in this situation? And become more of that person. Doing this over time is changing your moment by moment choices, which eventually changes who you are. It changes the subconscious program of how you usually think and feel and act, because you're making new choices in the moment and you're choosing to become that person. And in any moment that you want to do that, do the jumping process. Jump into it, sidestep into it, or click. You are that person. What will you now do? This is an extremely powerful process. So give it some time, use it, go all in, and give it some time to actually create momentum, okay? Because everything is about consistency, okay? So be consistent, decide that this works for you, and let me know how you go in the comment section below. This will absolutely speed up your manifestations if you do it consistently, because you are becoming the person that lives in that future. So that future has to come to you. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.